Hello everyone, it's Brett here, Lionheart84. So we're doing a kitchen unboxing today. I've already partially opened up the box, you can see what this is. These popped up on the internet a few weeks ago and I pre-ordered one. This is a plant that I bought from Plants for Presents. I will mention who it is, there's no reason not to. In fact the box is very clearly marked with their name on it if you want to have a look. So I've already opened up to have a look and see what condition the plant's like inside. Seems to be in reasonably good condition. I will tell you what it is in just a second. So pull it right out of the box, shouldn't be a problem. And what I bought here, which I couldn't resist buying, because I don't get a chance to buy them over here very often, is, I can move the cardboard out of the way, easier said than done. What we've bought here is an avocado. Now, it actually has come in an ornamental pail as well. Now, I don't think it was meant to have that in it. I suspect they're, I could be wrong, but I'll have a look, but I think it was just meant to be the plant on its own in the pots, and there may be a little reason for that. I think that's what they call attempting to butter the customers up. Let me get this a bit closer for you. I can move all this gift wrap stuff out of the way. This is the ornamental tin bucket it's come in. Has got a hole in the bottom of it, so you couldn't water in there. That would flood on your floor, so I can't really see the much point of that. Anyway, so let's have a look at the plant here. Quite a decent size thick stem on it, quite a well established plant. Unfortunately, let me talk a little bit about what we're supposed to have bought here. See if I can break the stem that's around it. Okay, now this plant was advertised by Plants for Presents as being a grafted avocado plant. Now, prior to actually ordering it, when I contacted them, I asked them if they could tell me what the variety was, and they said no, they'd contact their supplier, who I believe was in, well, I presume was in Spain or Italy, but I now know for a fact is in Italy, because the plant passport says Italy, and they said their supplier wasn't able to give them the name of the grafted variety, which immediately sounded somewhat bizarre to me and was sending me warning signals, I would say. But the plant wasn't particularly expensive, and they said they'd be about 1 metre tall, which isn't a bad size. So I thought I'd buy one anyway, because I thought, well, it doesn't really matter what grafted variety it is. The most likely one is always going to be Hass, purely because that's the most common avocado. But I figured whatever it was, I'd be able to find out later, and possibly I'd be able to graft onto it anyway. However, having arrived today, and Peter, my good friend Peter Entwistle, feels exactly the same as me. This is not a grafted plant. It's got a nice cut in the stem there, where it's branched out in 2 places, but those are not bud grafts, they are regular side shoots, as far as I can determine. Now, they've tried to claim to Peter, and I think they've now put on their website, that these plants have multiple mini grafts. Absolute bunkum. That's the polite word I'm going to say. This is not in any way, shape or form that I can see grafted. The stem is quite swollen right at the base there. I'm not going to take it out of the soil and have a look at it. But it's much too low down for it to be a graft. I think it's simply swollen because it's been pinched out, perhaps when it was small, and it's therefore grown a little bit thicker. So as far as I can see, what I've been sold and what we're all being sold is a regular seed grown avocado, albeit not a bad size. I mean, if you bear in mind, if you grow one from seed, to get a stem that thick in our climate, it's probably going to take at least 3 or 4 years. So it's a fairly good start if you wanted to use a plant for grafting purposes, which I may eventually decide to do because it's got several nice sized stems on it. The plant passport simply says Persea americana, which is the Latin name for the species. There's no mention of grafts on here or varieties, and they would have to have normally a grafted name on the plant passport. So this is clearly a bog standard seed grown avocado. It says on Plant for Presence website, grafted and specially developed for Northern Europe. Complete rubbish. It's not the case at all. Now, whether or not it's a Zutano or a bacon or a hass seed, I don't know. Let's see if I can smell the thing on the leaves. Not sure. When you bruise the leaves, let's try one of these younger leaves, it'll be a bit softer. Interesting. I think I can detect an aniseed smell. Now, if that's the case, that means it's probably a Mexican seed, variety seed. So it could be a Mexicola, or I think the bacon has Mexican parentage, or Fuerte. Not too sure, but there's definitely I haven't got the best sense of smell for detecting things like that, but I'm thinking that there's a slight aniseed or slight aniseedy smell to it, which is normally a sign of Mexican parentage. So no idea what we've got. If it's seed growing, it's going to be probably 7 or 8 years before it flowers. It's certainly not going to be flowering in the next year or two. That's if I can keep it alive, but it's a good sized stem, which means there's more chance of it doing well. I suspect, can't see any roots coming out the bottom, so it doesn't need to be potted up for a long time. I'm going to leave it inside for the moment. I'm not going to put it outside. But thought you'd be interested to see anyway. It's an unboxing, perhaps not what I expected. I was hoping to see a clear graft on it, and I was hoping that maybe there would be a name on the plant passport that suggested a variety, but clearly it's not. It's not a grafted plant, certainly not that I can see, and which means who knows what you're going to get. Even if it is grown from one of the Mexican variety seeds, they don't necessarily come true to type. However, I could graft onto it. Obviously, if my other avocados, the Mexicola and bacon, stay alive and I can look after them, I may at a later stage be able to graft scions from those when they start to get a bit bushy and grow some branches. I might have to grow scions from those and graft them onto this. So if I can keep them alive, I'll still have a multiple variety avocado plant. And in the meantime, I'll try and keep it alive and see what happens. Maybe it'll surprise me and flower sooner than it normally would. Anyway, I thought I'd interest you. Thanks for watching. Slightly longer unboxing video than normal. Please give me the thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Obviously, you can share the video if you wish to, and click on the bell if you'd like to know when new videos come out. I'll catch up with you on the next video. Brett out for now.